Transition! Hey! Hey! Okay, that was really lame. That was lame. That was awful. Terrible. Why do I even do that? Wasting my time. Bothersome. Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Tonight's show is sponsored by you. Because without you, I wouldn't be here. And if you weren't there, well, it'd be really sad. But you're here. Here. And I've got the beard comb cup. Beard comb cup is in the house. So if you don't have yours, get yours now at... actually, I think I got this at Starbucks. So, yeah. Starbucks. Hey, everybody. Let's get some shout outs for everybody who made it in, who was on time complaining that I started literally 60 seconds late. And I'm not exaggerating. People were in this chat room griping, "Oh, Ram's late to his own party again. Better call Greg, cousin Greg." Guys, it was literally like 60 seconds. I was like, can't I finish watching Chop Jr. with my children? Come on. But anyway, we're here now. Give some shout outs to David, who was here first. Sasquatch, Jeremiah De Leon, Frederick Roberts, good to see you, Elemental 1979, Adam Tuori, Kevin Trudeau, Jeremiah. Oh, or did you, Jeremiah? You don't get it twice. Frederick, you don't get it twice. Cobra does. What's up, Cobra? Good to see you, buddy. Bobby Warren, Dominique Vitalis, Poscus. Yes. Yes. Shout out to Zal. Appreciate it. Mark, Robert. Let's see. Cool Cat. You know, we got some servers in here too. 35, 57, 189. Let's see who else we got. Carsick, Wraith of War, Michael P, Cool Cat, Dominique, Lonnie, Butler, Victor, Jeremy, Tassa, Sean Day, Corley Chapman. Let's see, US 50, server 11, server 26, server 20, server 47, server 16, server 42, server 61. Oh my gosh, so many servers. Going to be mostly the US servers given the time. 950, they're in the house as well. Like I said, this is a Sunday night stream. This is a normal one that we kind of do this one pretty often. Actually, every Sunday. This is something that we do. And that means if you've got comments, questions, tonight is the night to do it. And I think that it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great. They have been great so far. The past, oh, there's a fly. Oh gosh. Where's Fly Swatter? Flies are the devil. Flies and gnats and wasps. Like, why do they exist? Is there any reason for those to actually exist? 10, 34, 13, 180, 44, 181, 53, 33, 137, 8, 41, 156. Oh, gosh, so many people in. Good to see all y'all. I will say I'm curious as to what y'all think about Sunday, but we actually made a video. And surprisingly, a lot of people commented on the video. Yes, I mean, just so far, that video came out, 4 hours ago? And we already have almost 100 comments on today's video talking about STFC on Sunday. If it's overload, if it's too much. I was like surprised that y'all had 7 people. 176, 64, 49. I see y'all. Thank you. 10. Welcome here, all the servers from the Star Trek Fleet Command. So yeah, I mean, y'all made it very clear about what y'all thought when it came to the amount on Swarm Sunday. And honestly, I was really clear about this in the video, but even now, as the fly has returned, seeking its own destruction. Anyway, I made it very clear that I felt like the events are great. It's just there's so much going on. Even me, I mean, while I was making the video, I was working on some of them. I have almost finished my Armada hunt. Have not done Parabellum, have not done Anomalous Phenomena, and not done Threat from Beyond, which I'll be doing those as we stream tonight. So if y'all wondering what I'm doing in the background, well, you just found out. That fly. Didn't get it. Darn. You have no issue completing everything on Sundays, and that's great, Space Lord. I would ask, Space Lord, what level are you? And do you have all the events that a lot of us have? And if you do or don't, that's great. And I did not make that video coming in with the preconceived notion of like, hey, change it. It came in with the notion of what does everybody else think having all this at one time, because I truly want to know. I'm not the type of content creator, and I don't think that anybody in our team is like this, that I try to convince people to feel my way. You know, I don't think Noah Shao does it. I don't think, DJ does it. None of them. So I put my opinion out there, and I don't know, it just feels like a lot. And maybe part of that is just the fact that I'm one of those weirdos who has way too many accounts. Maybe you shouldn't run 7 accounts, Rev Deuce. Maybe you shouldn't have 7 accounts. But I just realized you probably don't know that I'm your boy Dean. My boy Blue. How about that? My boy Blue. Recently unlocked Nero. What's the best use for him? Wow, Carmine. Congratulations on unlocking Nero. So Nero's main use is to create the effect burning. That is the main use of Nero. So once you get that up and going, you can find some goodies. But it depends on the tier you have, the level you have. If you'd be easier, and I do try to encourage everybody to do this, please hit me up on Facebook or Discord for a message. That way I can work with your crews one-on-one. I would hate to just shoot you a message or you shoot me a message and just give you a generic loadout. I try to be very specific to everybody who asks for officer help. So there is my Facebook link. The Discord link will post in just a second. And y'all join up either one of those if you would like one-on-one officer help. Also, I'll say this real quick. Before we have 200 something people here, because we've only got like 150 so far. It's we're running light. But if you do want help with officers, or more importantly, if your Discord server would like me to come over and talk about some of the mechanics of the game and officers, I've got a town hall coming up with a server in a couple weeks, but I have got time to do more. So if your server's interested, hit me up. I'd be more than happy to work out something with y'all so we can come by and talk and chat and help out. So let's see what else we got. Rev, I just pulled Carmi's question up again. And shout out Aardvark, good to see you. And Corey says, great events, timers misaligned. So the timers being misaligned was annoying to you. That one is not a biggie for me, but okay. So they're all mine are actually locked in. So, all right, let's see what other question. All right, I think we'll need to we're going to make an order to these type of questions. Like maybe we should do a segment here. Do y'all want to talk events or officers first? I'll let y'all decide. Whatever comment that we see the most, that's what we'll focus on to start with. Now we can talk about anything tonight. I'm definitely not limiting what we're going to talk about, but that way I'm not just kind of going everywhere. I guess we could kind of keep it into a theme. What y'all like to start with? Would y'all like to go over officers, events, or do y'all just want to freelance it? Whatever happens, happens. Just do whatever. The weather, yes, Outer Chimp. What is the weather like for you? The weather for me is currently 93 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's cloudy. So it's 93 degrees with the clouds up. It is currently a 50% humidity outside, so it's actually pretty low for where I am. For those who need a conversion, that's 33 Celsius right now. 33 Celsius with 50% humidity, and that's with the clouds out, so it's quite warm outside. All right, y'all want to start with events? Cool, we'll start with events with a mix. We'll start with that. So I think the events, and I've said this in my video, so this is going to be getting your opinion and reading off what a lot of you say. I love the events. I think that, for example, let's look at Parabellum. Now, this is one for level 39s, and this is one of the best events that's ever been invented. It's amazing. It's wonderful. It's literally manna from heaven. I don't necessarily need this on Sunday. Like, can you throw this to me on a Thursday, Friday, Wednesday? Like, this is just so much extra. Now, I could finish that pretty easily, to be honest with you, but it's just so much going on because my main focus on Sundays is always going to be Swarm Sundays. I'm out of focus. Nope. Nope. No, I'm not. No. No. I think you just need to reload your screen. Maybe it's coming through blurry for you, but it looks. Now you got me. Hold on, let me look. Let's. Yeah, it's in focus. Unless you're just saying, hey, you need a better camera, which feel free, hook me up. Okay, so my Swarm Sunday is my focus. And then obviously we've got the Hostile Hunt, which kind of ties into Swarm Sunday, so that's fine. But it's all the extra things. It's the Armada stuff going on, which, by the way, I did submit a question report, and we've been doing this every month. We've been doing short Q&As with the dev team. I did send in my questions. It's a few days late, so I apologize for that. But I sent in my questions, and one of the things I really focused on was things like, actually, I'll just read some of the questions. You want me to, I'm going all over the place tonight, y'all. I'm sorry. It says get a better camera. Y'all donate, I'll buy one. How about that? But my first question I asked was about photon tokens. So before anybody asks tonight, literally, I'll even put it on the screen. Hold on. We'll put it on the screen so you can see my list. Let's see. Yep. Bam, here's the fundraiser girl. I guess we'll just add $600 to the fundraiser so we can get a decent DSLR camera. So we're not blurry, making all the people upset. All right, so let's do this, that. All right, here are our questions. Boom, transition. So, photon tokens. Have y'all picked a date? Exocom's feature was a thought process on why they are not able to be used for buildings that are already being done. Research is already being done. The Exocomp does provide some cool boosts, but also a continually growing sentiment of frustration. Is Scopely's promise to work on lowering the amount of time? Is that part of what their Exocomp plan was to provide less time in game? I'm just asking a question. Why are Exocomps built off of base instead of on top of research? For example, my 50% build speed reduction only translates to 5%. So we've got more going on. All right, 5, any update on Borg dailies? Then 6 was 2 months in a row. We've seen Parabellum and Jellyfish Brawl. Is this becoming the standard? Ship sourcing needs to continue to be worked on. Armada directive sourcing is a strain for everybody. And then talking about having less time in game. And then finally, the 10th question was how excited are they personally for the TNG arcs? So those are some of the ones that we submitted in last night. Yeah, like I said, it was late. Typically we get those in a lot quicker, but those are the ones that we threw to them so we could have our Q&A, and we'll just wait and see what they have to say about it. Hopefully they come back and be like, yeah, this is all fantastic, and we're going to give you 10 Parabellums in 1 week. Yeah, we're going to double stack the Parabellums. Why not? Who says no? I'm not going to. Who says no? Who says no? But I mean, if we could get, and just to be honest, if we get 2 Parabellums and 1 Jelly Brawl consistently every month, if it was consistent, that would be good, because we haven't had that level of consistency. We've not had that level of consistency. So what we can do as a player base is continue to shoot these ideas to them, ask for certain things to be worked on and improved. But yeah, and Ed says I'm lagging out. I'm streaming as high as it'll let me stream. So I would just say reload, but I'm looking at my stream health and it is showing that it's poor. But there's nothing I can do about it. I mean, I'm sending it as well as I can send it. I'm sending it at 6,000 bits. But yeah, once a week, Parabellum and Jellyfish, that's too generous. They would never go that crazy. That's just too generous. So I think that when you're talking about how the devs are going to design their events, they still wanted to provide a level of grind. And I don't think that is going to go away, but you look at Cosmic Cleanup. That has become an every Saturday thing during the arcs, and that's great. We just need that same level of consistency with events like Parabellum, with events like, the Jellyfish Brawl, if you've got a Jellyfish. That is what's going to hopefully produce the best. Ooh, okay. Hopefully that's going to produce the best amount or the greatest amount of, everybody having growth. Because at the end of the day, we all want to progress in the game. We love this game. For better or for worse, we're obsessed with it. So pretty good job so far. Just renewed their cadet. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. It says, why are 36s with the 42s in the XP event? Now, this is another good one. And I think we talked about this in was it last month? But we talked to the devs about this, if y'all remember. And I've talked about this on live stream. But if you go to your daily events, these have not been worked on in a long time. So the officer brackets, which I've got to finish to do this one, but the leaderboards and stuff for the daily events are basically every player on your server. Basically every player on your server. And that's awful. It's obviously not fair. I did not I did not participate in my leaderboard, which is, where's the leaderboard? This one. So I did not participate because 25 million was my top. And that's just, I can't. I can't. Like, there's no way. And for those curious, Frosty, level 50. So I'm a level 39 on this account, if you're curious. I can't compete with a level 50. So yes, this definitely needs to get worked on. This must be improved. And thank you, Sleevington. I am in a new alliance at the moment. They're called Chaos. We're going to see how well it goes with him. They've been very nice so far. Not that Fez wasn't nice. We just ideologically disagreed on what I wanted. So, yeah, I can't do anything. Event. So I agree. Those definitely need to be worked on. But that has also been a problem for a long time. That is not to be worded as in I don't want to fix the problem or that I'm not going to try to fix the problem, but simply saying that it's been a problem for a while. So we need to have that worked on. All right, we'll send that there, and then we got to start our jelly grind. And thank you, Curly Fries. I do look pretty fine. Yeah, Cool Cat Stowe is fit. We have got, I think server 20's up to, gosh, what's server 20 up to? 1650s? 1650s? So it's quite a few. It's a lot at the moment. Quite a few. Let's see, get these swarm kills in. Yeah, that, by the way, the buffering issues are YouTube. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now, but I apologize for that. And show you my stream has got, when I'm using my software, it tells me if I'm having any drop rates or anything, and I've got no drop frames. So it is not me. It's YouTube. So I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'm not sure why YouTube's having problems, but hopefully it corrects itself. I can't do anything about YouTube. I just gotta hope it fixes itself. Anyway, what else we got? Payout to the top 100 players when the pool is that big would make sense. I agree. I think that would definitely help. And looks like it died again. Oh my God, YouTube. Come on, man. Come on, YouTube. What is your problem? What is your problem, YouTube? And thank you, Hume. I love the hat. I love repping the Empire at all times. If I can rep the Klingon Empire in real life without, then we're going to restart it. Let's see if this helps it. Because YouTube should be receiving plenty of data. All right, let's see. If that makes it any better. Keep switching the resolution to 480, which explains the blurriness. Of course, yeah, exactly, Ice Glow. When they knock it down, that is going to change the quality of it. And yeah, Ed, like I said, I know that y'all see it's blurry, but I can't control that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I have no control over that. I can only stream at my level, and if they're jacking up, that's on them. Yeah, I can't do anything about it. So that's 100% on YouTube right now. They are having problems. I'm streaming at 6 megabytes a second. Can you have 2 accounts in Star Trek Fleet Command on one Play Store account? Or do you mean or? You can have multiple accounts on each eligible device. So each device can have one account. That's how it's worded. Now, originally they told us that you could only have one account, period. That's what the community manager said. And then it changed. Well, basically the interpretation of that changed where you could then have more than one per usable device. So the way that they have said that policy has changed, but it's hopefully nobody's gotten any bans for that. I haven't heard of that. I mean, if you're not running multiple accounts or anything on the same device, you should be fine. But one account can be on multiple devices. Like I've got mine on my phone and then on BlueStacks, and they've never had an issue with that. But yeah, in general, you're talking one device, one account, and then new device, new account. Daniel, we stream on Twitch all the time, man. We streamed on Twitch last night and Friday night. So we've definitely been increasing the Twitch streams, and I just added some new stuff to the Twitch. Some like new sound bites and everything. So yeah, we're working on it. We're working on it. But yeah. Oh, look, it says the stream health is excellent. So hopefully YouTube is done acting stupid. All right, let's see what other questions y'all got. Throw them in. If we missed some over the past 5 or 6 minutes because YouTube was acting silly, please just throw in your questions again so we can go through them, whether about events or whatever. But we're going to pull up the officer leaderboard to show you how many spots it has, because it does go up to like level 50. And if we come right here, it is this one, the limited time. And it has 10 spots. 10 spots. Ridiculously low. All right, so we got a question from Robert Gouliat. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. If I'm not, I apologize. Are we going to get officers that we actually want coming to transporter patterns? Now, I have not heard from them on that topic in a while. I'll say this, though. The last time we had talked, the officers that they were discussing bringing in were, in fact, officers that players would want, in my opinion. But that obviously hasn't happened yet. So we'll just have to wait for that rollout to actually go through. Why would people be able to register to get an avatar they already have? I lost out on a Riker avatar because only first place could win it, but the same person won it twice in a row. Dalar, I agree, that's dumb. We'll also say, if I remember that event right, you had to hit join on that one, right? And that one that you had to go and select join on. So they did change that, by the way, to where there's now 1 through 5 on that now. But that person was just being a jerk because they hit join to get that avatar. So tell them to not be a jerk. If it was set up how I'm remembering. I'm pretty sure you had to hit join to qualify for that, though. Pretty sure you had to hit join. My Enterprise is tier 4 and I have a max Saladin. I've been pushing hard from Ops 35 to 39. Should I stay at Ops 38 to level the Enterprise or push to 39? Go ahead and go 39. There's no advantage of being 38 versus 39. You're not getting into any better brackets or anything. You're not holding yourself back. Just go ahead and go to 39. Let's go ahead and do it. A Miles O'Brien officer is eerily AWOL. You mean like a transporter chief Miles from the Next Generation? I guess that would have fit. And Gregory, good to see you. What do you think of having a Klingon morale crew? I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, it's a very specific question. But do you have officers in mind for that? I mean, morale is probably the most used of the three. Hull breach is still my favorite, though, especially when it comes to PvP. But morale is definitely the most used, and I would definitely be okay with those being spread around for sure. I mean, they've got Federation burning officers when you talk about George O and stuff. So they admitted that they registered a second time by accident. If they have it already, it should be blocked. No. So I agree with you in principle, Dalar, but that's not how they've set these up for whatever reason. They do need to be set up how they've set up the jellyfish events before. Now, I will say they've had problems with that, where they've tried to set it up to be fair, and they've continually screwed it up. Remember how the last month went when it came to these events, with the ISS Jelly events? They kept on letting everybody participate. So I agree with you, but we've had issues with them effectively putting out that type of event. So we would have to then trust that they would get it right. And that's been a problem. Slag says, I fudged up the icon thing because I was spaced out smashing the join buttons like faction reputation event. So the main button that I smash every day is my daily event, but that is it. Well, Elliot, that is not necessarily really in talks. It's just kind of something that's been brought up. The Paramount Plus team has made it clear that they're not making another... There's already a 6 Star Trek show in works, and it won't go onto Paramount Plus until one of them stops running. So, yeah, they can be in talks all day long, but I don't trust talks. I need to see actual content. I have an officer out on an exchange program. If they come back now, will that mess up their battle points or anything else? What you talking about, Seawalker? What you talking about, Seawalker? Michael, they did fix them, but remember that has been broken like that multiple times. So that's not when the jelly event had multiple people being able to participate. That was not the first time that happened. That break has happened several times. So that's the issue. It's not that they can't fix it. It's that just because they fix it doesn't mean it's actually fixed, which is really annoying. And when you fix something, it should be fixed. You know, it should be fixed. Just as I came across a video on accident, been playing the game for the last month and a half. Thanks for the great content. Hey, happy to hear that, Jester. Once again, I ask that if you need any help, join the Discord or hit me up on the Facebook page, and I will answer any questions that you have about the game, anything that I can, because that's what I'm here for. We are almost at 900 likes on Facebook, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to me. Pretty cool. Why can't refinery drops be more consistent? 1 chest drops 14, 3 chests drops 0. So it all works on what's called a loot table, where there's a percentage chance you have to get this box, or this box, including no uncommon at all and just getting commons. So it is all based on an RNG roll, random number generator, and sadly that RNG is not very favorable to the players. It is far more favorable to Scopely, and that's how it's always been. Now, sometimes they'll change the loot table in terms of what is in the table itself. So maybe, you know, that roll gives you something a little bit better, but the odds are always going to be pretty bad, which obviously is a format that we'll definitely disagree with forever. But that is how it is. You have to rely on RNGesus, and he's not as kind as the real Jesus was. He's not as kind as the real Jesus. Is there a good crew for causing max damage to stronger ships? Thinking how to make the level 50 scry. Not anymore, Robert. There used to be something called Rialta Burn, where you could cause a 1% damage to even a level 50 ship with something like a Rialta. They removed that. That is not something you can no longer do. You have got to be somewhat in a competitive range to truly cause damage. So besides that, no. We need the Duras sisters, not just more good guy officers. Hey, we mentioned that, what was it, 2 weeks ago, Heath, on this channel? By the way, Heath, I'm surprised you haven't freaked out about the OCD yet. Surprised you haven't freaked out with your OCD yet. But we talked about that. We need more bad guys here. I mean, we keep adding good guys. Oh, wait, I think Heath did do it. Yeah, Heath did. I just got a Venmo notification. Leave it to Heath. Leave it to Heath. We'll put that here in a second. But, yeah, it's... we need more bad guys, you know, and I don't mind a lot of the officers that we're getting. I mean, obviously I love the next generation officers. I have no problem with them, but why do I not have Q? Why do I not have the Duras sisters? You know, what about all the bad guys from the original series? I know that we're giving love to Star Trek, but give love to all the Star Treks. All of it. You know, we've got a lot of good bad guys. And then the last bad guy that we can really mention was Mud. Like, they added Mud to the game. But even then, that's kind of like, I mean, I guess it's a bad guy, but I don't know. It's hard for me to call Rainn Wilson a bad guy. And there you go, Heath. It's now been updated. You have fixed your OCD. Now somebody has to come mess it up again. Let's see what else we got. The odds are run by the Ferengi. That's real. What do you think of the new payout of the Borg Armadas? So let me pull them up so y'all can see them, in case you're not familiar with them. And I've got a lot of videos where we've kind of covered this and we've looked at them before, and y'all remember they're pretty low. Even now, not worth it. Even the improvements that were made were so infinitesimal to me. They're still awful. Still absolutely awful. Even this epic up here, yeah, it's still garbage. Still garbage. So while yes, I appreciate them doing that, it wasn't near good enough for it to amount to anything. Not to where I'm going to be like, hey, let's go run some Borg Armadas. Still pretty bad. Still pretty bad. It's it is what it is, I guess, but big yikes there, Batman. Big yikes there, Batman. Let's see. Here, I'm gonna go throw this on there real quick. Even though it's probably gonna go OPC and get pew-pewed, we can pray. We can hope. My issue with the Next Generation arc is the officers we are not getting. Uncommon and rare non-fed officers. I agree. And that's something that, you know, y'all have heard me harp on them about. And my only hope is that they'll listen for future arcs, because they weren't going to go redo the officers that they already made for this arc. So we can only hope that translates to fixes in future content. But I 100% agree. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that we've got 5 epics and 2 rares in this set. You know, and I don't care what their logic they think they have is. It is simply not good. It is not how it should be. It is not set up in any type of reasonable format. The only argument you can make is that that format was set up to be for the payers. It's bad. It's bad. What other questions and comments that we have? There's a solid number of Klingons and Romulans that could be full crews for the Next Generation. I agree, Andy Tate. In fact, if you want to get really nerdy, I can start naming some of them off because I've got them in my Star Trek customizable card game book. Like here, these are just the rares. Let me name off some of the officers for you. Yeah, we're going full level nerd. Embrace it. All right. So I've got all my federations. All right, so here's one from Voyager. Kolar. Here is... Oh, that's a... I mean, that's a Klingon, but that's just one. Where is... Here's my Romulan. So here's from Commander Tomalak. He is from TNG. Sharvanek was from the original series. The Centurion is from the original series. Aladar Jarak is from the Next Generation. Oram was from Star Trek Voyager. He was a Romulan that was a Borg. That's just 3 I turned to right there. Just turn to them. Then, of course, you've got Major Recall, who was Gianna Troi as a Romulan operative. You got Terrace, who was also in Star Trek The Next Generation, was a female sub-commander and captain of the warbird Hakona. I mean, so yeah, we've got tons of options that we could go into. They just wanted to go with the main set. And that's messed up. We've got to encourage them to be better. We've got to encourage them to be better, because you're missing on the thing that made Star Trek so loved and still makes it so loved is the lore, you know, the characters, and that's what we really want. At the end of the day, that's what we want. We want the characters. We want the familiarity. That's what I want, and hopefully you're all the same way. Any word on why the Icarus Factor event is still running with no event to get points? I have not heard. To be honest with them, Tampax, I have reached out to them this weekend and did not hear back. Now, that's sometimes I will hear from them on the weekend. Sometimes I will not. I have not heard back from them about those things today. So, sorry to say that. Tomalak? Yeah, I did say Tomalak. I've actually got 2 rare Tomalak cards in my set. 2 different ones. They need a day for people to collect trophies to get the final score. Okay, so I think that was saying that there is no event right now to do that, is what they were saying. Is you've got this leaderboard and everything, but there's not an event to actually collect the trophies. I mean, I guess that makes sense, OG, but what, rewards that they forgot to collect? I do need to go to that ALB. Is to give lazy players time to claim their rewards. I mean, I guess it's a weak sauce response to me. It's a weak sauce response. Not that it's DJ's weak sauce response. That's a poor logic. It's a poor logic. If people are lazy and miss out, then they're lazy and they miss out. Sweet Slag. So I haven't heard that back yet, and it's good that DJ did. I must have missed that post on his. He probably did an everyone post, and I have not gone through and checked on my everyone post. So that would explain it. Appreciate DJ for having that. Yeah, he actually put out a few things today. Faction Hunt will be pushed back a day for event balancing. Icarus is working as intended. And the Galactic Server milestone thing starts tomorrow. That's a player's choice event. So you can only pick which way you want to do it. Which we knew that one coming in. At least I hope y'all pay attention to that one. Daniel said, okay, we already did that. Let's see. Looking for other comments and questions besides Yar's daughter. You mean Sela? You talking about Sela? Okay. Today on server 60, the second, third, and fourth places were flipping all day as players logged on and collected. Yeah, okay, cool. Next topic, y'all. We don't need 50 people to explain the same thing. So if y'all got other questions, they're kind of getting lost in everything else right now. What's the most important buildings and research to focus on after hitting level 20? Anything else I should know? So KV, there's really not a most. It's a work as you go. You know, the guns and the docks are going to give you the most actual power. You know, working on your hangar is going to increase the health of your ships. And as a lower level player, this building is really big. I mean, it really increases your ship's overall power. Then you've got these that you can obviously work on. Now remember that this second line and this third line of the generators really don't matter. You don't have to level those up. It's always the A's and B's that get required. It's the A's and B's and then these. And obviously you want to work on leveling up your exocomp building. You want to work on leveling up your refinery because yes, even though it's slight, it does improve the odds of your pulls. It's not good. I'm not telling you that it's good, but it does improve it. So all things that you want to work on doing and make sure that you are getting, leveled up, but nothing's necessarily critical for that. It's just going through the process and getting the main things leveled up. Yeah, Stella, played by the same actress who played Tasha Yar, which was a phenomenal character and one of the favorites of a lot of the Next Generation fans. A very good bad character, if that makes sense. What officers are good for raiding? So Khan is captain and then his crew. You can also run like Khan, Kirk, Spock, but with Khan as captain. But the Khan crew is probably the best generalized base cracking crew. If you don't have that, Yuki as captain is a really good one to help strip shields. But Khan is your go-to for base raiding. With your topic of today's video, having events more often overlap, so working on multiple events at the same time could help lower screen time. I can see that. I think the true fix, though, is not more events, but less events, but the events pay out more. I think that, to me, that should be the goal. Where you have less overall events, but the events pay out more, so we have less time. So what I would suggest by that is, for example, we're doing Swarm Sunday right now. You can kind of leave Swarm Sunday alone, I guess, but you look at, say, the Anomalous Phenomena, Swarm Sunday, all these things that are going on, but look at the extra, like the Parabellum event and, say, the Armada hunt. Why not combine their rewards? Why? Why not? Why not combine them? Who's it hurting? Who's it hurting? Yes, Charles, there is a research to cut the cost of uncommon crystal. There are multiple researches, actually. But just to show you a couple of simple ones, one of the earlier ones you can get to is in the Outlaw tree. Right here, crystal, what's the research and building efficiency? So apologies, but that will help you save for your ship. Because the more you're not spending on buildings and research, the more you can spend on your ship. Your territory efficiencies are passed right here. These are going to be the ship parts, and then right here, the crystal gas and ore for ship components. So this is level 30 plus where you can start accessing this one. But this is one of the ones that you're looking for. Increases the cost efficiency of your actual components. I hate the wording there because the icon that's there is different. And hey, Scott, how you doing? There's a couple of them in the research tree that you just kind of have to go through. And I plan on redoing the rankings that we did. So it's been over a year now, but we did a ranking of the various research trees. And I'll be remaking that video to include the new ones because that way teams and territory have come out since then. And we'll rank these from best to worst and mention some of the big researches that you can do inside of each one of these. Can we get a big thank you for the amount of speed ups in the disco refines? I mean, I guess. I guess. Only question left is when should you start scrapping the Stella? Well, you want to get it to as high of a level as you can. Remember, any tier you take up, scrap levels are going to determine the rewards that you're getting. And by the way, whoever's sending me messages in game right now, I don't check my messages generally while we're streaming. So that's going to have to wait for another hour and a half. But the Stella tier-wise, as you're leveling up through that, you want to start scrapping. A sweet spot early on is 4 to 5 before you have to deal with the rares. And after the rares, you're doing that. And then you've got the epics that come through at, what, tier 6? Tier 6, tier 7? So you basically want to take it as high as you can afford with your faction to get through all the costs. So if we hop into our rogue store, and you scroll down, so these are all essentially bottlenecks that you'll face at various points in the game, the uncommon, rare, and epic. So as long as you can still comfortably upgrade, take it to that tier, scrap it, and if you can, get a second one in event stores. Second one in an event store. So 3, 5, and then 7, and then 9 would probably be the ranges I would give you for scrapping the Stella. Let's see what other questions that we have. Should I focus on maxing every building and research at 20 or level up to 24 in camp? I would recommend leveling to 25 in camp, KB. I'd recommend going to 25 and camping for a while. Just not a lot of huge bonuses at 20. There's really nothing there besides the Kira, and that's really a ship that you should probably skip unless you're just a collector that wants to have every ship in the game. But it's not a very effective ship for anything. James, the only reason to save the Galaxy tokens is, one, you've already got the ships and you want them to improve what's in there. But other than that, no, because there is a slight timer on those that you can, if you time it perfectly, I believe you can catch 2 pulls. But the only time I would save is if maybe you're not seeing, say, the Vidar or something, and you want to level up to see that, and then you can get the Vidar and get the components in there. So if you wanted to be able to do double pull, so like you wanted to pull battle debris and a ship, that'd be the only reason. Let's see, STFC.space. Somebody asked how much it costs to max out the Sarcophagus, which I don't know why you would ever want to do that. That's such a waste of your time and your resources. But just to answer the question, to max out a Sarcophagus, which is 12 tiers, you're going to need, oh, good Lord. Good Lord, that's a lot. Okay, so STFC.space will give you what you're looking for. It's something close to like 1 million Duranium. You'll need 1 Epic Blackfeet Memorial, 1 Rare Memorial, and 1 Uncommon Memorial. You'll also need, geez, that's a lot, almost 865,000 4-star Uncommon Battleship parts. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, God, that's a lot. But anyway, STFC.space is where you can go to pull that up. And why you would want to do that, Dominic, I don't know. But if you are that level of glutton for punishment, if you go to the website stfc.space, that information is stored on there, going from tier to tier on the Sarcophagus. Wow, big yikes. My gosh. That's a lot. That's a lot. Oh my goodness, that literally just sticker shocked me. That sticker shocked me. A high sticker shock. Do you think Scopely is going to add more ways to get independent credits? Not faster, just more. I don't know. I mean, they've continued to work on that. I mean, back when independent credits and stuff were first becoming available, the only way to procure them was through the Augment store, and that was it. And then you had some event stores and stuff that would kind of help, but event stores were really rare back then. Event stores have only become common recently. So originally, event stores were just kind of things that happened here and there. Whereas now we know an event store happens at the end of each theme arc. So whether it's the end of Discovery, the original series, TNG, there's always a big event store. So they've started to add more and more, but I would agree that we need more. Need a lot more. Yeah, Daniel, I'm with you. Like, I am going to unlock my Sarcophagus just because I like collecting the ships. I'm certainly not jumping in there to do it just for the sake of wasting lots of resources, especially with how 4-star stuff, like I would much rather put those 800,000 battleship parts into a Katinga than a Sarcophagus. Like, that just feels like such a huge waste for me. Huge waste. Level 18 here. Should I start preparing for photon tokens? How would you prepare, Charlie? How would you prepare? I don't even know how would you prepare. Let's do this, then we can start repairing this. Let's make sure I've already completed my Armada stuff. Have not, so got to still do Armadas. Helmnock can launch rares. Kern, War's brother, would be a fantastic character to have in the game, Victor. Fantastic. Is there a calculator to work out what your individual bonuses work out to? Input your buildings and research level and know what your overall attack or efficiency bonus is. So we have something similar in the officer tool, but no, not specifically for overall. I don't believe. I would have to actually look through the tools, but I don't think anybody's made anything that's put in every little bit of research that you have and individual ship weapons to then determine the minimum maximum damage you can put out. Now, I've run the math here on stream for y'all and everything, but I don't think anybody's actually made a tool for that. Now, there could be somebody with a spreadsheet that made it for themselves, but let's see. Need more of the moderators here. Somebody asked, what are photon tokens? And I'm just going to send you the link to the video. Here you go. That way you can know exactly what photon tokens are, because you do hear them getting mentioned a lot. There you go. There's the link. All right, what else we got question-wise? Is there anyone in your server with a maxed 4-star epic ship? Yes. I think so. Actually, I would have to double check. So it'd probably be Anders or Wing. But let's see. It's possible Wing has. I don't remember. I was just with Wing, and I could shoot him a message, actually. Let me shoot him a message. Let me shoot Wing a message. Hey, man. What tier is your top level 50 ship? And we'll see if he messages back and has an answer. But Anders would probably be the one that I would go to first for a max one. I know Frosty's isn't, but I can ask Frosty what tier his is. Frosty, what tier is your int A? You want to see it? I mean, Zoomer, they're not going to bring it out for me. I mean, it's not like if I ask them, they're just going to bring it out to be on video. I mean, they're not dancing monkeys. They're people with lives, and most of the whales on my server are like extremely wealthy professionals, like ER surgeons and stuff. So, but I can find out if there is one that's actually maxed. I would assume it's going to be one of our top 5. And congratulations, Moon Knight. That's awesome. Which should you tier up first, 5 or 6? Well, do you run more Armadas or do you do more like loot grinding and stuff? If you run a lot of Armadas, I'd say 6. If you do more of like generalized farming and PvP, then 5. Depends on what you do the most of. Speed this up. Thankfully, we got speed ups for days. Won't be on server 63 again. Yeah, Leo, I haven't logged in I think 3 days. I need to do that. I'm going to try to do it tonight. It's just we've been having so many things going on, but the podcast that we just started, the videos, the card game that I'm developing has made some good strides. We got progress going on that. Then this game, and then I've been beta testing a new game that just came out. Well, it's not out, it's in beta. But if you've ever played Left 4 Dead, there's a new version out by the people who made it called Back 4 Blood. And I was playing the open beta yesterday. So I think we played it for a good solid 2 hours. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, we will definitely do that. How do I get more 10 or 5 of 10 shards? Lots of luck and the pulls. I mean, that's the only answer. Right now, you got to rely on RNGesus to just bless you when you're pulling. That's the only way, my friend. I'm sorry. I am very sorry for that. Ace is pretty sure they're not maxed yet. The only person off the top of my head, level 50 that's maxed, would probably be Neotech, Ska, and in fact, let me just go ask the Whale Discord. How many have maxed their level 50s? Hey man, you haven't maxed your 50s yet, have you? I just asked Indomitable, who is on server 30. I'm literally messaging just random 30s that I work with and be like, hey, you maxed yet? You maxed yet? Anders Tribune is tier 10. Thank you. Oh, a Domino said he has. Awesome. People on stream were curious to the power of a maxed 50, and I don't have one handy. Mind sharing? Will there be an easier way to get to a 10? We can hope, Victor. We can continue to hope, but... And why don't I like Captain Kang's captain's maneuver? Because it doesn't work very well. Simple answer. One is misled, but it actually only works for 2 rounds, not the 3 that it says. And it's just kind of meh in general. And Indomino says they have one, so I'm waiting for him to shoot me back his power levels. Shout out to Sirius. I don't know who that is, bass player. Do you think the whales ever complain about being called whales? I've never had one complain to me about it, and I've gotten to speak to hundreds of them. So, yeah, Andy, I think Skies is as well. So, but I haven't talked, like the last time I talked to Sky was probably 3 weeks ago, and we did not mention his ships. I've not actually seen what his ships are at in a while. So, Indomitable says that depending on the territory research and the research he's completed level 50, that his tier 12 ship will range between 40 and 45 million in power. 40 and 45 million in power. $40 and $45 million. So 8 of my enterprises. 8 of my enterprises. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right, we got to recall this because we are Hecky OPC. Musa, depends on where you at, what level you are, who you have. But like if you're level 34, Riker 6 Con is pretty hard to beat if they're all decent tier. If you're a higher level player, then there's a good argument for one of those people having Troy with full synergy. But it just kind of varies. You know, 5-6 Con at a high level is probably a little bit better than Riker, just because the mitigation, like the game's meta is mitigation. Mitigation is, and I harp this all the time, mitigation is the most important thing in this game. So it is pretty important for you to work on upgrading like the Trinity officers and all these other things that we talk about being, you know, key for you to, you know, just kind of grow and have success in the game long term. And that's one of them. So if you haven't already, make sure you're working on getting those officers not only unlocked, but tiered up. And it's one of the reasons that we really pressure y'all to focus on the path to getting those, you know, transporter patterns so that you can do that. Thomas, there is not a way right now. There is not a way. You have 370,000 Ultra Shards. Wow, that is quite the stack. Thomas, you could actually win several of these officer events with that amount, I would assume. That's quite a bit, man. I mean, kudos to you for saving up that much. That's pretty nuts. Let's see if I can do any turn-ins. Cannot forget to do your ISO emulsion. That's another just kind of like making itself even more apparent bottleneck in the game. ISO emulsion. Need so much of it. How many points do you think are required to win a jelly auction? Oh, Thomas, that is very different for each server. Like, I think when I won, and I never actually won, I got like 3rd place. I had like 7 million points. But it's really so varied server to server. It's something that you actually need to ask your server about, because now you can score in the jellyfish events that are on server 20 by only scoring a couple million points. But if you've got, say, a newer server, and very few people have the jelly and everybody wants it, it's going to be a lot harder to make that work. It's going to be a lot harder to have that unlocked. So check that out and kind of play that by ear. Really investigate your own server and find out how it's been before. And that'll kind of give you a better barometer than what I can tell you. Because I've played on several servers where it could be 2 million gets you jellyfish parts, and it can be 6 million is the very least they got you parts. At the very least. So you just have to kind of check that out. Andrew says 5-6 con for a lot of stuff from a grinding to PvP to armadas. I mean, cool. Awesome, Andrew. Thumbs up. Sleepington says, I'm Ops 33, 55 stars away from a tier 3 6 to 10. Would you spin transporter patterns to get T3 or concentrate on Marcus, Sharv, Kang? Well, so I would then ask you, what do you do the most of? Do you do a ton of PvP, or are you mostly a Armada type guy, maybe some PvE? If you do a lot of PvP, then it's got to be the Trinity. It's definitely got to be the Trinity. If you do mostly Armadas, 6 to 10. But if you do PvP, you're going to want those 3 to be the focus. I'm at Ops 20. Is it better to save for 30 day or better to spend on 7 day? 30 day. And wait to do those 30 days until level 23, Michael. Because at level 23, you start getting Devore blueprints in the loyalty pool. So I saw people go nuts for the skins. Yeah, that month that we had the skins, I actually managed to get the skin pretty decently low price because people didn't really care as much about it, but I did. So the only skin I actually have is my ISS Jelly skin. I've got the USS Constellation skin. And you definitely do notice an improvement in its overall stats using it. Those battle logs must be fun when 40 mil ships fight. Well, I mean, when they're both 40 mil, they actually hurt pretty hard. And they don't go like 100 rounds like you would think they would. Waiting for a 2x officer event. Well, we did have a 2x officer event, what, a month ago? But it was the minor event, and I know if everybody's really into the minors in the game, I mean, they're definitely useful, but it's I know it's not the most exciting. It's not the most exciting. Still, very useful. What is going on with the Armada Hunt SMS? Is it a misprint where it says score by damaging Fed, ROM, Klingon, and Spain normal directives, but how to earn points it says rare and epic? So I have been earning points by doing uncommons. That's all I've done so far today. That's defense. Oh, they're doing Armada defense right now, so I'll stay out of chat. But I've done one rare, I think. Pretty sure, or maybe I haven't. Maybe I haven't. Spin rare, spin epic, and then 1 damage. So I think you're asking about this point. Yeah. So I can test that right now, but I'm pretty sure spinning regular directives will not help you. But I can test that out for us really quickly. So if we go, well, there's one, but let's see if there's another one in Sirius since respawn timers are better. That one's about to launch. That one's running. They're running an epic. All right, so can't do it here. It's damage any level, but yeah, correct, Johnny, where the only one that will count for the actual spending is going to be the rares and the epics, but whether it's uncommon, rare, epic, you'll get points for participating. And that one's full. Dang it, Tash. And there's a fly still here. I thought there's 2 of them now. Like, I thought we literally killed them, but instead they bred. Now there's more. Does Pike improve the chance for officer abilities to proc? For example, Harry Mudd. So some yes, some no. I know some people have, even to this day, I still get asked about like Ston and Cadet Scotty, and they don't work with those. But some of the officers, the answer is yes. Sorry, this fly is distracting me, and I hate flies. You open the door one time and a million come in the house. They never leave and they never die. Sorry about that. I get easily distracted. Any effective territory capture defense maneuvers I can incorporate into my strategy today? Sure. I mean, there's tons of them. I mean, what is a weak point that you find that your group has with territory capture? I mean, there's a lot of effective strategy, but it depends on your size, what types of territories you're defending. But I mean, yeah, there's plenty of things you can go over. Did Scopely cancel special ship packs available at 50 for the combined faction credits and UC ship parts? So you talking about the ones that Warp Mazer helped design? Are you asking about those, Mike? I wasn't aware of them doing that, but I can ask. And by the way, somebody was asking, Wing Saber is tier 11. Tier 11 on his big ship on my server. So Anders is tier 10, Wings is tier 11. That's insane. He says that the reason that he hasn't upgraded yet, and listen to these numbers, he needs 440,000 rare G4 ship parts for one upgrade, and every pack he buys gives him 835. Yikes. So Mike, I can ask, but I wasn't aware of them pulling that back. Have you heard anything about them pulling the pack for level 50? All right, I sent the question. We'll find out. Are some officers not available on new servers? I'm level 15, and I've never seen Cadet Kirk. Yeah, no, they're available to everybody. I think it's level 12 that your regular pool should start showing the cadets. What they did is early on, the very beginning of the game, it's only showing the next generation versions of the cadets, but then they do come about. Like on server 63, I have both sets, but it is not as common because you start working on everything else. And no problem, Mike. That's what I'm here for, buddy. I'm sorry that, because I remember when those packs came out, a lot of the whales being very happy because it did help with the efficiency of trying to upgrade those things. Can you get a jelly only using territory? I mean, that would take a very long time, Leo, but I guess eventually you could. That'd be a very freaking long time. Oof. Cadet Kirk made it into the officers to max video. Can you briefly explain why? Does he get graded at the final level or something? So he helps with the starter PvP set, Marty. That's the only reason. The starter PvP set. I don't remember putting him in the last video though. Maybe in the first video we did, but I don't remember putting him in the last one. But it'll be for the PvP early on. Maybe a repeated question, but what's the best crew for Vidar at Ops 27? Depends on the tier of the Vidar. Depends on the tier of the Vidar. And basically what hostiles you're trying to fight. That's more what that question needs to be answered by. Sleepy says they do almost no PvP. Man, that's boring. Come on. Anyone else keep forgetting about the Meridian Refinery because it's all the way at the right? Not me. Nope. Not me. I don't forget. Now, I don't need it. And what I mean by not needing it is, so if we go to territory, I already have all this and I'm not pulling for ISO resin right now. I'm using all my ISO emulsion for upgrades and to get research. I don't really need all the other stuff right now because I've got the particles. So the alliance that I'm currently in, and one of the things that I look for when joining an alliance is that they have all the territories. So Phantom, Quantum, Surex, Metreon. All the particles. All the particles. How many full pulls of the ISS jelly have you heard about? A lot. I dare say 100 or so. I mean, it's the most common full pull I've seen in the game. Not that I'm saying it happens all the time, but literally somebody was just in my chat yesterday, got their second jelly because they full pulled one. So it happens. It happens. See how we're doing on this. All right, yeah, we're good. We're good. So time consuming. I have my Sally 35 for PvP and want to know if my setup is good. Lorca, Marcus, and Harrison. Don't like Harrison. Don't like Harrison. Marcus is good if you're fighting explorers. So like if you're trying to fight Centurions, Burrells, Enterprises. Harrison's not really doing anything, I guess. I mean, he is, but I guess it depends on what you're fighting. If you're fighting a Centurion where that battle's probably going to be short, then yeah, it works. But if you're trying to punch up versus an Enterprise, you're probably not doing enough with just having Harrison there and Lorca. You'd probably want another combo. Because that Lorca is only really going to help you if you hit a critical. Because the hull breach plus Lorca. Harrison is great on the Saladin. I've always said that. But that particular one I'm not too excited about just based on who you mentioned as the captain. Hey J-Rock, how you doing, buddy? And Jody, the officer level does matter, not as much as some of the other things, but it definitely does matter. I mean, like having a max chin is obviously an incredible game changer versus just, you know, like a tier 3. But most annoying full pulls, the Devore. I mean, enjoy your free ship, Andy. Don't complain about free. Don't complain about free. And Hunter just randomly said, sweet. Nice. Tuan says it's not that long. Average 5 from the TC store and 2 to 6 from Epic Armada chest. You could do that in about 12 weeks. Well, the question, Tuan, was they wanted to know about unlocking the jellies solely from territory capture. And that would take a while. And Conal, I like that more. Yuki, Marcus, Harrison. Especially against a baby int. I like that a little bit more. Yeah. I like that more. How can I get Lorca Harrison shards now? There's not a way. There's not a way. The only way to get Harrison really is money. And Lorca, the only way to source him in game for free is to level 40 plus Armadas. So there's not an easy way right now. One of the many things they got to fix in the game. Hey, Grey Wolf, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Can I explain the Lorca captain ability? Sure. Not what I wanted. Go away. Group. Scroll down. Here we go. When fighting players at the start of each round, decreases the opponent's weapons damage by 100%. So the common mistake when people read this is they assume it takes like damage down to 0. It is not. It is simply going to lower it by that similar base amount that we always talk about. So how research and everything works on top of the base in terms of, I don't have the math for me, but you example. Remember how officer bonus in your ship is 300%? So now do minus 100%. And since it's not like a cumulative thing, it's just a this turn thing, it's not super strong. It's okay, but like it's not even taking away the officer bonus, let alone researches that you can have and everything else. So, and Charles, I recommend camping at 35, not 34. So it's not that it's bad, it's just not that great. His best ability is the more likelihood to create a hull breach compared to Gorkon, and honestly Gorkon's still good. So jeez, that was fast. Jeez, they didn't get to say anything. They already did it. Chelsea says, don't get your jelly through territory capture service. It's such a waste of ISO emulsion with how much ISO you need for so many other things now. I agree with that to an extent, Chelsea. You know, I do think it's fine if you're using it to supplement what you're doing. I would not recommend doing that as your sole method of procuring the ISS jelly at all. I mean, the events and the Armadas are way better overall. But if you just, like, if you're 10 shards away, yeah, it's no big deal spending 2 weeks to get 5 each and make that happen. But I'm fine with it if you're using it sparingly. If that's your focus, yeah, I do agree that's a waste of very hard to get ISO emulsion. ISO is a pain in the butt to get right now. And as you get deeper into some of these research trees, you're going to really regret spending all of that on a jellyfish. Space Lord, the captain's ability do not grow. Captain's ability do not grow when you level them up. That is only officer ability. Captain's abilities do not improve as you tier up an officer. Only officer abilities. The only thing that can improve a captain's ability is synergy. Synergy. Are there 1 or 2 key items that should be done before leaving 29 to go to 35? Well, and somebody asked me to do this a couple nights ago. I'm making the camping at 29 list so y'all can kind of have it like I've done for the other levels. But in short, you're going to want to have preferably your Vidar maxed if you are really grinding. You're going to want to have several billion steel saved up. If you really want to jump into your level 34 ship, you want to have at least 2 or so billion trit ready to go, or 1 billion at the minimum. Also, oh man, somebody's out racing me. Oh well, we'll just go down here. I guess Oh, never mind. What are you in? Why are you here with a Saladin, TDR? That's a weird... Okay, whatever. You're hitting random ships, I guess. Happy for you. Anyway, I got sidetracked there. I got very, very sidetracked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, level 29. You want to have your faction credits ready so you can pay for the level 35 ship. You know, which remember that's 180,000 faction credits. So for whichever one you want, just remember the cost. It's pretty high. And you know, stuff like that. And I'm going to make a video laying down all of the things that you should work on. But I went from 29 to 31 to camp. Is this a good spot to get to max Sally and faction miner and triple lock? Sure, I guess. I mean, generally I would have most of that already at 29, Sean. But I also am in favor of a slower, more efficient gameplay than just kind of flying up. Not everybody likes that. But the only thing you can't do early on is the faction miner. And honestly, the only reason you would need that faction miner that soon is if you do a lot of raiding, which I always encourage raiding, but that's a lot of crystals that you're piling on to go from the Saladin to a 31. And no, none of the 32 ships are a must. None of them. You do get the Franklin at 35. And it's one of the reasons that you camp there, but you also camp at odd levels because you get access at more researched at odd levels than even levels. And you're typically going to stay in the same bracket. Like 34s, 35s are generally going to be the same bracket. So those are some of the various reasons why you would camp at an odd level. With faction miners, do I like 3-star, 4-star? I don't like any of them. I hate all the miners in the game. They're all underpowered. They're all have way too small cargo holes. I mean, I've got all the 3-star ones. I have no real big desire to go after any of the 4-stars until very late in the 40s. I mean, I don't necessarily go out and recommend any of them. If I had to pick one, I guess the Antares. Slightly higher cargo and a little bit cheaper. The Cavort, for some reason, is more expensive. You got a maxed Horizon, a maxed Sally. Is it okay to use crystals on faction miners now? Have you maxed out your Vidar? And are you going for the D4? Michael, I don't think anybody has. One issue though is the packs have changed so many times. If you wanted to do it, it's definitely 6 digits. I'd definitely say it's 6 digits. I mean, I don't think that's like, for example, just going off the current pack that Wingsaber has, because he was talking to us while we were doing this, as was Indomitable. So he needed 44,000 for one part. So let's multiply that by 8, just because there's 8 parts. I know it's not going to be that same level, but that'd be divided by 835 and then times 100. So for him, and that last tier, tier 12, just that really rough math I did based on that one component would be $42,000. If you're curious how I got that, I took he needed 440,000 rare G4 ship parts. Each pack gave 835. So I took 44,000 multiplied it by 8. Now obviously it wouldn't translate to all 8 parts evenly like that, but just for the sake of this, I took that multiplied by 8. Now divided by 835, I got 421. And then I multiplied 421 by $100, right? Because that's the cost of the pack. So that gave me $42,155.68. So that is craziness. That'd be tier 12 to purchase tier 12. That's a lot. It's a lot. And thank you, DJ DK. Glad you enjoy it. And greetings, Andy Mueller in Germany. Guten Tag. Actually, it's very early for you. Real quick, I have to go take a smidge of a bio. We'll be right back. I can answer more questions, but I drank all this water and now I've got a BRB. Enjoy the chair. The chair stream starts now. All right, that didn't take long. Woohoo! All right, so what did we determine while I was away for a brief moment? I want to determine the music's got to restart. All right. Boxes did the math. At 21 days to get the Vidar to tier 7. What's max? Yeah, tier 9. Tier 9 is the max for the Vidar. Do I wash? Yeah, I used the alcohol gel just because that's what was handy. Should have used soap and water, but I was in a hurry to get back. So a little quick alcohol gel. Wish they had a Parabellum event for lower 30s or something to help get uncommon gas, and so much is needed for ships and buildings. Yeah, I mean, sure. We would definitely love all these types of events for everybody. Speaking of, there's my 8 con shards, and then this turns into transporter pattern tokens. So shout out to Mar for the free transporter pattern tokens. And what is this one? That is my officer recruit. Yay. And yes, these G4 ships go 12 tiers. Isn't that wonderful? I have 4 max botany bays, 4 max horizons, 2 max devores, and 2 of each 3-star faction miners. 1 Hydra tier 8, 1 mature. Why ask my question? Well, Moose, you are a big fan of mining. Big fan of mining, and I appreciate that. I do not share your love for what to me is the most boring mechanic in the game. The only maxed, in fact, I think I've already maxed scrapped my max horizons. Botany Bay is probably the only miner I've got left that's actually maxed. Yeah. Because my faction miners, I've kept it like tier 6, because they still, with Stan, can give me over 2 million cargo without me having to spend, a couple thousand more uncommon crystal. So all of mine, I think, are tier 5 and tier 6. So let's take a look. So here's my Cavort, tier 6. And Terry's tier 6. Where's my Valkeys? Valkeys is tier 4, and then I got a Horizon that's tier 8. And I usually just use the Horizon for events to spend stuff on. Is there any event that you can get Enterprise blueprints? Nope. Nope. Sometimes it'll appear in an event store, but not through an event. Speaking of maxing cargo, is there going to be an easier way to get 2 of 10? I don't know. I think I already asked that, Victor. Didn't you already ask that? No clue. Do I disco summon what, Ben? What are you asking if I disco summon? I generally don't disco summon unless it's just something really needed. DJ Aoki's not broken. He's not supposed to work. And no, I don't disco my faction miners. I do not disco my faction miners. Because I don't go mining in deep space. Somebody asked, Victor, it may not have been you, but somebody asked about 2 of 10. And I realize it's an officer that a lot of people want. But my 4-star stuff I typically get from Alliance mining in territory space. So like we've got 4-star ore right here. And the last one I was in, we had 4-star crystal. Let's see, there's all the ore, and then more ore. Sadly, the Alliance I switched to does not have crystal as well, which makes my dailies just a smidge harder to complete. But we left Feds and joined Chaos. So as long as I got all my 3 particles, which is the biggest thing for me. You like those larger 3-star nodes at higher warp ranges? Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying they're bad, Ben, but for me, I don't bother with them because I'm only mining 25,000 a day, and I still have my Federation one, so I've only got to mine 25,000. I just mine my bare minimum and done. Anyone else having trouble with parts of ships not showing up? You probably, if you're having that graphical error, that generally is related to you needing an update in your game client. I would check to see if your store has got like a minor update for you to do. That's typically what that problem is. The display glitches are all over the place sometimes. So let's see if we got any juicies in our rewards today. What we get? Ah, cool. 10 recruit tokens. Yay. Updated a few times. Well, there won't be like 4 updates at once. So now I'm just kind of confused. Hey, Stark. I wonder what Stark's ships are at. I need to ask. Nice, Isabella. I mean, whatever. Doesn't bother me. Just hit Feds OPC. I'm going to hit everybody OPC. They said that they were good with OPC. So I'm going to hit everybody at OPC. Everybody. That's why I joined. OPC hunting. We're not going to do it tonight because we still got a shield. But after tomorrow and that shield's up, oh yeah, we open it. We might be on Twitch tomorrow night, OPC hunting again. Celebrating me being able to OPC hunt again. Celebrating. You ever want to celebrate with me? Or ever want to come celebrate with me? Over on the Discord channel? I mean, over on the Twitch channel? If you haven't joined the Twitch, by the way, I'll say this. The past 2 days have been some of the most fun ever we've ever had on Twitch. It has been raucous, hilarious, and goofy beyond measure. Y'all should come check out the Twitch if you haven't already. It doesn't cost anything. It's just another platform we stream on. It's hilarious. Come join. Zoomer says you get billions and billions of what? Of OPC ISO? Not billions, but if I can get millions, I'll be very happy. I'll be very happy. Eric says I'm level 30 now, free to play other than the $27 on a Devore. Of all the things to spend $27 on, you spend it on the Devore? How dare you? I'm so frustrated. I'm going to relocate here in a second. Where am I going to relocate to? We'll have to decide where we're going to relocate to. This isn't a hub system, is it? I can't live here. Devores are free, F4. Cool cat. Calm down. Why you need that many Devores, bro? You don't need that many Devores. Chill out. Chill out, fam. Rev Twitch streams. What's a word to best describe them? Tough cow. Good to see you, buddy. You prefer you or anyone on Twitch to this platform? Nice, Elliot. Thank you. Spread the word. Get more people over there. We'll stream there more often. Got to get more people there for me to stream more. Did you get booted from your last alliance? Nope. Why do people think there's drama? I told them I was leaving. Everybody's always looking for drama. Ain't no drama. I told them I was leaving. I didn't agree with their policies on OPC, so I left. Still, wished them the best. I told them that, heck, if I'm still in the, yeah, I'm still there. I'll read you the message I sent them. I posted this in our Discord, in terms of Fed's Discord, because that's where I was. Let me find it. I'll read off exactly what I said. I gotta scroll because they talk a lot. It's not a bad thing, but they talk a lot. Where is it? I said, hey everyone, I really appreciate y'all allowing me to be here, and there are some tremendous players in this alliance. Sadly, just due to the style of gameplay, I don't really fit in with the rules/structure that Feds has set up. Doesn't make that structure or the rules bad, just not fitting with what I need to not only progress in the game, but to make content. Y'all are awesome, and once again, thank you. If there's anything I can do for y'all, just let me know. That was my exit message. No drama. No drama. If you're a big Mining Monday participant, hard to be competitive without 2 Devores. Yeah, Ben, you're right. In fact, there is a level 50 that I talked to quite a bit. He's actually got 5 Devores that he puts out on nodes, and he just dominates Mining Monday. That's like one of his things. Every Mining Monday, he's going to win it, and that's just something that he does. So, can you do a video on raiding, like crews to crack and what ships work best? Well, the crew is simple. Khan. But if you don't have Khan, Yuki as captain can work. And then ships honestly don't matter too much, but I guess. I mean, we haven't done a how to raid video in quite a while. So I guess we can. Was there any resolution to the station shield bug? Nope. Khan crew on your best ship. Oh, by the way, Tough Cow. I did manage to get my hand, because I know you care, because we open these on Twitch. Like, we open Pokemon packs on Twitch because it's fun and we're nerds. But I did manage to get these 4 for $6. So that was a steal. And they're real. They're not fake. So we'll have to open these up sometime. If we get some donations to the channel, it'd be good to do. 5 that's over the top. Well, he's level 50, Ben. I mean, he's got nothing to do. He's got to win all the events somehow. So, and by the way, if anybody does want to support the channel, it's not required, but it's definitely, I mean, we definitely appreciate it. Hit the PayPal or the Venmo link or Cash App, and it helps improve the house fund. Every $20 or greater donation we'll get your name, your actual name on the house. We have a wall we're going to paint the wall. We're going to put all the names of the supporter on it. $20 or more, get your name on the wall. It's all greatly appreciated. And yeah, do it. Makes you a better person. Con crew, besides Con, who else is on the ship? It honestly doesn't matter that much, but here, I'll pull up the crews. Because Con is what we're mainly focusing on there. But Joaquin, his unflinching resolve decreases the weapons damage of all opponent ships and defense platforms by 10%. Now, level that up, it's obviously better. Then you've got, not that. No, there's Con. Hold on. Where's Katie? Katie. Dang it, I'm going to miss that Armada too. Answering these questions, I'm going to miss the Armada. Things that I do for y'all. Am I blind? Where the heck? Oh, here's Katie. Enhanced weaponry when attacking a station increases the critical hit damage by 25%. This works really well with Con, especially once you get it leveled up. Helps increase that damage. So, auto is another good one, Cool Cat. I like Katie just because if you are going in a long fight, like a really big ship like my Enterprise, that can really add up. And then you got the increasing the attack by 40% from auto. But I like Katie mixed with Con. If you can last, that Enterprise really starts punching hard. Really starts punching hard. Are shards more important than promotion? At level 25, I'm Consort for Klingon Fed, and I'm at the point of 28 plus officers need faction credits. Yeah, so you want to max them out, and you don't actually have to finish leveling them. Like, my Uhura is maxed out, even though I haven't leveled her up. So anytime I get an Uhura shard now, I get a transporter pattern instead. So yes, you do want to continue to get those, even if you're not leveling them up. You actually drop auto and use Kirk most of the time in the Enterprise. Very smart, Cool Cat. Makes sense. Very smart. With that Con crew on a 2.1 million auger, what power station should I be able to hit? I don't know, probably 10, 12 million range. Just a rough guess, Mad Mel. Let me see if I can get into this Armada. Yeah, I think I did. Woohoo! All right, I already claimed it, so I'm going to rebase before we move. Rebase. We're going to rebase to here. If there's a spot. Yeah, there's a spot right there. And we had a rumor. Station power so variable. It is, Cool Cat. You know, it's like you can blow up a 14 million base that has no ships in it, and you'll die to a 10 million base that's got 4 ships in it. So it's all about building those meat shields in front of your guns. The guns are what matter. The guns are really all that matter. I mean, if you've got a base that is normally in your power range, but it's loaded out with stinking, you know, I don't want to say morale, but load out with Harrison and stuff on it, it's going to punch even harder than normal. So lots of variables in that discussion. Go, do this, then a 1 minute speed up, free. Then we got to put our, where's our discovery? Get our discovery out, then we go to SAE, which is right here. Set course and jump. Only tier 3 currently and aiming at level 33 Romulan Klingons with Vidar. What's the best crew at Ops 27? Well, you should be trying to hit level 33s if you're talking about Borg pros with a tier 3 Vidar. A tier 3 Vidar should only be going after like level 25 Borg. Level 33s, I don't even think you can kill them. Chaos is the best alliance on server 20. Yeah, I don't know about that, Cool Cat. All of the top 5 are full of drama. Every single one of them. But I just ignore it. I stay out of all the drama. I just try to play my game and make content. Everybody's drama. Every top 5 alliance in every server is drama. And I have no interest in any of it. None. I've gotten too old for it. On my server 27 and 28 are the auction brackets. You think it's worth staying at 28 for the auctions next month? I honestly can't answer that because I don't know what the auctions are going to be next month. If I knew, I could give you better advice, but I honestly have no clue. Also, I need to make sure I'm in the right system. I am. All right, we're just going to have to wait for that delayed point system. Oh, but Rosette. Because swore went to SAE. There it is. All right. As punishment, we'll go normal speed. Ooh, Elliot. Oh, snap. Wait, Elliot, PayPal activated? Oh, snap. Thank you, Elliot. You're getting added to the wall of fame. Here, we'll add this in right here. And of course, I'm not going to put your real name out there, even though it's a business. So I guess we'll put your business on the wall. I'm going to save it as your business. And there we go. Updated. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and supporting the kids, because it's all for the kids. We do it for the kids. It's all for the chillins, because they love my money more than I do. Bobby says, camping at 29, why not at 30 to get the 5-slot Armada? Well, one, that's not worth it. If that's literally the only reason for going up, you should not go up. You're going to change your brackets in terms of everything that you're required to do. You generally don't get, there's nothing at level 30 for you. I mean, there's nothing good there, so you're going to want to level up anyway. There's just not, 30 is a dead zone. Like what you notice, every 10 levels, like the 20s, the early 20s, the early 30s, early 40s, are all dead zones. There's nothing really good in the early 20s, early 30s, early 40s. So you prepare to jump into the mids, where all the juice typically is at each bracket. There's just, you being able to add a 5th person to your Armada, I guess if that's just what you want to do, fine. But you jumping up to benefit your entire group is not necessarily good for you. It's good for everybody else. But unless you're the highest level player on your alliance, I don't even see why that would matter. The event rewards increase very, very light amount, Zoomer. It's not a lot. And if you're leveling up and don't have ships ready for it, you're just putting yourself in a bad spot. Just putting yourself in a bad spot. You know, especially if you don't have your Franklin up, your Badar, you know, haven't gotten your Stella stuff started. Chill out. After sitting at Ops 35, what is the next Ops to level to repeat this practice? 39. 39. 35 to 39. There are a lot of players on my server. All right, you're a medical doctor. You have to actually repeat that and make it coherent, because I can't understand what you're saying. Yeah, Ops 37, there's nothing there, man. It's a dead zone. So 38, you can get the chance of getting the jelly. So I guess that's there, but there's really nothing at 36, 37, 38. So you might as well go to 39. Sitting at 28 because even level 28 has nothing. Well, level 29 has more research, King. Every odd level increases the researches that open up. And it may not be a lot, but you're not changing anything, but you're still getting more research. You're not changing your brackets, but you're getting more research. So that's why we camp at odd levels. 36 is where you can start getting the jelly event fueled in, but you can't build the jelly until level 39. 38 or 39. You unlock deep space at 38, so maybe it's 38. But you can start obtaining the shards at 36 for the event, but you can't actually build it at 36. Medical Doctor says, I forgot you English. Americans don't understand English. No, you just have horrible sentence structure. You literally said there's lots of players on my server, the same. You're not making any sense. So speak English. Can you confirm if being hit OPC and the attacker has full cargo that all the cargo beyond protected is lost in space? It is D77. You only keep your protected amounts if you lose a PvP battle. Thank you, Andy. 39. Yeah, 39. So you can start getting the ISS jelly parts, but you can't do crap with it till level 39. I don't know why I questioned that. I made a whole video about going to 39 to make this stupid thing. What's the best crew to use for OPC hunting when using the Vidar? That's completely up to you. I use the Pan speed crew with Stein on the side. I'll go for speed and cargo. Speed and cargo. Have any idea when the Infamous and Terror skins are coming back? Nope. Wish I did, because I really want that skin. But no clue. I really need it though. Especially the Vidar skin. Love that skin. Sorry to hear that, Sasquatch. Hopefully you can catch me if we go live tomorrow night on Twitch. You can come by and hang out with us. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Typically have a lot of fun over there. Bunch of goofballs. But all right, if you could actually register in the Armada. I hate this, man. Every time. You got to double click on it. Halfway to Franklin from yesterday's Cosmic Cleanup, 45 out of 90. So painful to see Franklins in the systems while I'm using other ships. I understand, Doug. My level 19 does not have a Franklin yet, and that is a pain point. That is a pain point. Let's see, level 29. Is building and scrapping envoys an efficient way to earn extra resources? Only to get extra crystal, but not like titanium or anything. But yeah, I talk about doing that all the time, Lewis. Encourage everybody to start scrapping early because you're going to be scrapping the rest of your gameplay. Whether you're scrapping envoys, or you're scrapping D3s, or you're level 40, level 45, level 34, scrapping. Let's see. What are the questions that we got? Yeah, the Vidar skin is super sexy. Squats and sit-ups galore on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, that's good. It's good that y'all make me work out on Twitch. I even added some new things to Twitch. The Twitch has now got sound bites that you can use channel points or buy biddies to activate various sound bits. So we're just trying to add to it and make it even more fun and exciting to come play on. So would you scrap the Fendras if you had buttloads of parts? I mean, I guess if you just want to do them, but you don't really get a great return for them. The Envoy is the best bang for your buck. But I mean, if you just got a bunch of parts and stuff laying around, yeah, go for it. Go for it. Followed your advice and went pirating one morning and pulled in 200,000 lat and 160,000 crystal. You're welcome, King. Enjoy. Pirating's the way to go. And if they cry about it, just tell them that Rev told you to do it. And they'll never watch me again. At what ops level do the event requirements change so that an epic ship is required to finish them efficiently? Well, what event? I mean, the general answer is going to be 34. When the epic ship's unlocked, they immediately expect you to, have the epic ship. But I guess it depends on what event you're mentioning. They could add these non-faction ships to the augment store and make it great again. That would not make it great again. That would not make it great again. What level is okay to full lock factions? Completely up to you. I know people who've done it in the mid and late 20s. As long as you do it by about level 34, you're fine. You don't want to wait too long for it, but yeah, medical doctor, if you see people not using their ship, using a Franklin for swarms, well, they're going to be in a really rough time because the 35 getting the Franklin A is a huge game changer. And if you don't have that thing, man, you are really, really missing out. And you're definitely not going to be able to do your level 39 swarms efficiently running anything but a Franklin. So we got, where's our discovery? We can do a discovery pool now. 120. Decent amount, I guess. And we did finish this event, right? Yes, now we just got to do Parabellum. And just got to finish the Armada. Hey, Brett, how you doing, man? How much is the minimum OPC you hit for ISO? 1. If it's OPC, it's OPC. Which, speaking of, I am like 10,000 over, so I'm going to recall real quick. But if it's OPC, doesn't matter if it's 1 or a million. I hit it all. Hit it all. Very rarely do I ever see 1. Saladin. So the Saladin is good strength-wise, but no, it's not good against swarms. The Franklin's the best swarm ship in the game. Even though I don't use my Franklin, doesn't mean I'm not upgrading it. Well, there you go, James. There you go. Can you show us the rewards for Parabellum? Sure, J-Rock. Be happy to. So level 1, 2,800 Latinum, and then both 4-star and 3-star gas, and then 4-star Explorer parts. Tier 2 is going to be more lat, and then more of the same. Tier 3, lat, and more of the same. And then Tier 4, lat, and more of the same. And lots of it. It's a pretty good amount. Pretty good amount. I hit OPC anywhere, Moose. Anywhere is free for me. OPC, I think that's going to be a new t-shirt I make. I'm going to add it to the Teespring store this week. OPC is OPC. Saladin costs 6 hours to repair on the same amount of kills a Franklin will get for 1 hour. This is true, Tough Cow. Now, I don't necessarily mind that time as much because now that I'm triple faction locked, I never run out of speed ups for repairs. I mean, I've got 13.2 thousand 30-minute repair speed ups. 13.2 thousand. So I'm Gucci on those for a while. And there are people that have got way more than me. But once you get triple locked, you'll never run short of repair speed ups. You'll have those for forever. So you never have to worry about spending lat on that again. The Meridian and the Devore are beast at mining. Yeah, sucks that the down miners faster than people at a free buffet. Okay. That's I've never seen a free buffet in my life, but I'm down for them. So I'd like to invite me to a free buffet. I am down for it. 30-minute repair. That's not that bad. 27, 30. All right, 27K. There you go. Oh, I mean, I just said people have got double, triple what I have. So the whole key is being locked at your various ranges, and you won't have to worry about that anymore. Let's see how the RNG doesn't bless us with any Giorgio shards. Yay. Yay. Pan, Ston, and who else for the Vidar? Just full synergy, Jason. You're just going for synergy for the OPC hunt. So you're just going for maximum synergy that you can get for your speed crew. King, I don't care what other people do. People can do what they want to do. Yeah, I don't care what other people do in their game. I worry about my game. So if they're mining lat with an envoy because that's what they got, then let them mine lat with an envoy, I guess. Jeremiah de Leon, I have no clue. No clue. Let's see if this helps us finish this event. I think it did. There we go, recall. And that way we only have one more event to do today. And that is the most important event, Parabellum. Gotta go do that one. I could do that one pretty quickly with the jelly. So we'll get home and get it repaired. When event store rolls around in this arc, is it worth getting the discovery? Yes, you definitely want to get the discovery. A tier 6 Enterprise is not good enough to do anything in dark space, Luffy. You definitely need to work on that. Work on that. That's not good enough. Get your ISS. Get your ISS. Yeah, I mean, the tier 6 Enterprise won't even get you to dark space if you got the mission. Won't even get you there. Night, J-Rock. Night, J-Rock. I thought you were saving. I was, J-Sun, and then I called it off because I had to get summoning for the discovery. And honestly, I've stopped caring as much. The times 2 just don't come around. My officers are way behind. I'm probably just going to start pulling. I mean, hell, I'll do a 4,000 pull right now. Let's see what we get. No full pulls. We did get 2 5 of 10 shards. I can use the transporter patterns. Definitely need more 6 of 10. Don't need any of that. Whoop-de-doo. Premium. I've got a ton of premium. Let's just do a full premium pull. Why not? We're sitting here. Let's see what we get here. I mean, I'll live with it. Nothing great. Nothing great. There we go. While Deuce encourages the discovery, God knows why, it is only useful if you're lucky once a week for events only. Well, I'm not telling people to spend on it, but the reason that it's great is for the taxi. The discovery, once you get it maxed, really useful to be getting the speed ups that you get. And then for summoning. That's what the discovery is good for. And it is something that you would like to have. It's good to have for that ability. But that's the only reason it's good, is the taxi. If it's not for the taxi, it's useless. But for that one reason, it is good. Ooh, I just got a text message. What's the text message? Oh, it's a notification. Your alliance has formed an Armada. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. Gotta give a shout out to Michael H, by the way, who says, live the dream, keep up the great content, Twitch streams from Tamp. And he decided to donate a very odd amount to jack up people's OCD, so I appreciate that. I really do. That makes me happy when people do that. He donated $13 and a penny. So for all those who love their OCDs, there you go. It is now a very cool 12,001 cents. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. My kids greatly appreciate it too. Hey, Mark, what's up, buddy? The OCD donation is going to break you. There you go, Tough Cow. Your problem, Elliot, is that you bought it free to play. You'll be much happier. Yeah, I didn't buy my Discovery, so I have no problem enjoying the Discovery. But it is not worth money at all. Like, I would never recommend people pay for it. Never. But as a free to play shit that you slowly work through, is very, very good. It's very, very good. I do understand why people get frustrated about it, though. I get it. Rev, is it wise to start hoarding Epic Armada credits at 34? It is, yeah. That can help you speed up the process of unlocking the ISS Jelly, which is a pain point for a lot of people. So, I think that has got to be something that you work on as a player. And wow, Heath just donated $1.99 to fix it. All right, Heath, we got you, buddy. Let me add it in. But you didn't really fix it, though, because now it's a really weird number next to that 12,000. But there you go. Heath has just donated it because it bugs their OCD. You're now at $12,002. $12,002. Should donate 20 cents more. Missed opportunity. Ooh, good point, Scrunch. Good point. Let's see what else we got. Well, Mark, yeah, the notifications are annoying regardless of what group you're with. I just wish that I could select what notifications go to my phone and which ones don't, because they're just annoying in general. You know what I mean? I wasn't aware how Icarus factor being a several day AMS but a daily SMS. Yes, that is how it is, Scooby. Below level 32, best overall ship for everyday use, the Saladin and Max. Saladin and then the Vidar, and then probably the Stella. Oh, nice Porsche. Yeah, if you got it for free, that's awesome. And like I said, the only frustration Elliot has is they paid money for it. And I could definitely understand why you'd be frustrated in that case. It is not a good ship to spend money on. Not that I'm trying to be mean to Elliot for spending money, but it's just not, that's no bueno. And they're seeing that now, and they would tell everybody, avoid spending money on that thing. I'm sure they'll never recommend anybody spend money. All right, let's see. I never got the in-game calendar, and the one DJ showed that was fan-made didn't separate it. Ah. How did you not get the in-game calendar? You didn't get the news break? Everybody got that. How'd you not get it? That's really weird. Yeah, Doug, the Icarus event is over. Just waiting for people to finish collecting. Yeah, Scooby, that's really odd. I was sending a ticket, actually, for that. Mayflower good to what level? Never. Mayflower is only good to build and scrap. It is not good for anything. Or, as it's been affectionately known for many years, the Payflower. It is literally good to build at level 34 and scrap it. As it. See, even the Stella I wouldn't recommend spending money on. Like, I get why people do it, but if you're a light spender, that research tree is just so freaking grindy. The away mission and the territory tree are way better. Way better, with a lot less time needed to invest. So, max Vidar or max Sally first? I'd max the Vidar first and then max the Sally. But I kind of flip on that decision all the time, so. And hey, DH, I'm doing well. How are you? So we need to swap this. Then we need to swap this. And then assign officers. We need to get Chin up here. Group. Chin. There. Now we're going to go see if we can find some biggies to shoot. Flower's your best fed ship so far? Yikes, that means that you did not go Saladin yet. You'll definitely quickly change your mind because the Mayflower's freaking awful. I mean, it's just bad. I mean, it's immediately outclassed like one level later. Well, 2 levels later. The Mayflowers are pretty when playing the front yard. There you go. There you go. Stella Outlaw is very grindy. Yeah, I mean, it's not that there's not good stuff in there. There is good stuff in the Stella tree. I really like a lot of the stuff in the Outlaw tree. It's just, it's so grindy to get through. Whereas you get immediate goodness in territory and away missions. Immediate. Yeah, so I think that was one of the things they focused on fixing was that this research tree for the Outlaw was just way too spread out and filled with fluffer. I mean, you look at the augment hull, fluffer, augment shields, that's fluffer. That's not even needed. Data storage, that's fluffer. I mean, that's not even needed. Augment impulse, fluffer. Warp, fluffer. Even a lot of the starter stuff is semi-fluffery. You know, the augment credit yield, that one's good. But, you know, overall, lots of fluffer in there. And then you look over at territory, all this is immediately good. And then this is beyond good. This is amazing. So it's not that it's bad, it's just it's so grindy to really get a lot of the meat that you want. My Max North Star smokes Mayflowers on a regular basis. It definitely can, James. Definitely can. I was selected for the survey through the game and used the proceeds to buy a couple ships. Oh, Charlie, what did they give you? I'm curious. Shoot me what they gave you. I'm very curious. I used the Mayflower to jack Vidars in Borg space. Billy, I would wipe the floor with any Mayflower that came at me with my Vidar. So... absolutely bad ship. Let's see. I like the Mayflower's low-level interim Armada ship. Nope. Nope. Waste of resources. Kumari's better. Vidar's better. Stella's better. It's better than the Discovery, I guess. Have D3 and a Bortus. Should I get a Saladin? Completely up to you. That Bortus can carry you as far as the Saladin could. The Saladin is better, but the Bortus will complete all your dailies and everything just fine. So you can build it if you want it, but you don't necessarily need it. But it is really great to have the Saladin. Just remember, it's going to cost a lot of crystal. A lot of crystal. They gave you a gift card for Google, $75? What? Huh? Well, lucky you, Charlie. And screw you, Charlie. Screw you. Bortus is a gas pig? No, the Bortus is an ore pig, not gas. And the Kamari does not stink. The Kamari is good, has a fantastic firing pattern. It's just become outclassed as they put in new ships all the time. At some point, Chad, yes, it will. At some point. You scrapped your Max North Star. Big yikes, Elliot. Noob move. That was bad. That's your fastest G3 miner that you just got rid of. The North Star is amazing on mining events. Amazing. But yeah, definitely everybody should say screw you, Charlie, in the chat. Like universal screw you, Charlies. How many ops will the Voclus carry you? 3 or 4? Voclus is a ship that I typically don't recommend taking past like tier 6s. You want it just to cover your dailies and to cover the swarms, unless you've got that Franklin really up. Sally gets more hull health than the Bortus from tier 7. That's true, Virgil. Yeah, I mean, the Saladin is just the best one of the group. I mean, I've got all 3 of them. So here's my Sally. Here's my Bort. Of course, my Bortus is not leveled up. It's got 5 levels, so it's missing hull health there. Your levels will help with your hull health, but... And then, oh, there's my Centurions right here, too. There's the Cent. I still got them. I haven't got rid of them. And my second Enterprise, which I've done nothing to. Have I even upgraded a piece yet? Yeah, I've upgraded the warp engines. That's it. My second Enterprise. Because 1 Enterprise is never enough. You need 2. Elliot, that cargo hold doesn't matter, buddy. You just got to pay attention to it. The Meridian has an awful cargo hold, and it's amazing. The Botany Bay does not have a great cargo hold compared to how fast it mines. It's still amazing. Yeah. Cargo, everybody looks at the cargo size and hates it. They're missing the entire point. You can get a North Star mining, you know, a G3 30, 40,000 an hour. So let them find that Joker OPC. I'll just watch it and recall. Let's see if we can find any of these transports to hit. I didn't even look to see if there's any here. I see nothing but heavies at the moment. Yikes, only heavies. I need regulars. I need regulars, please. Go destroy baby D4 with your baby Enterprise. That baby Enterprise probably couldn't destroy a baby D4. It's very baby. It's literally tier 1, level 1. It's the weakest of all Enterprises. JJ says I have a Max Vidar at 28 and was thinking of skipping the Sally to save the crystal for the Enterprise. Too much of a stretch? I mean, you could take that Vidar that high if you wanted to. I guess if you're not a PvP player, then yeah, you can get away with it. But I still love my Sally. I love my Sally. Can't wait till next level 25 shipyard. Build a Meridian sitting on deck. Hey, your ISO mining will go through the roof. I'll tell you that. All the heavies. And I did not bring a heavy fighting crew. I brought a regular crew. Yeah, Enterprise needs gas and ore, by the way. I'm not sure where that's come through that. All explorers are going to use gas and ore. Gas and ore. Like the ISS Jelly, gas and ore. The Valdor, gas and ore. The Coronar, gas and ore. So the crystal that you would be saving would be to your faction miners, JJ, not your Enterprise. Where, oh, where is my transport? Where, oh, where is my transport? Your Max Botany Bay with Stan Pring and Joaquin as captain could do 500k. I mean, sure, but it ain't gonna mine 3-star worth of crap. Or crew to use for heavies. So you'd use Pipe Moreau Talon instead of Pipe Moreau Chin. If you're hitting heavies, you would swap out Chin for Talon. Second time asking Exocomps, which is the best consumable so far? Well, mine's only at level 10, so none of them. Which reminds me, I gotta do my pull today. Hey, I got some servos. And the research speed, blah. But honestly, none of them. I'm very male in Exocomps. Some of the combats are good, but I can't use the combats until 15 anyway. And I still can't level this up, so. Heavies being heavy traders. So like we're in a capital system now of Kronos. You'll have regular Klingon transports and then heavies. And the heavies, so it spawns 80-20. So if you have 100 of them, 80 will be heavies, 20 will be regulars. And the heavies have kinetic and the regulars run energy. Which here's my jelly. Tier 4? Yeah, tier 4. Yeah, and Andy, I don't like doing that though. That's too expensive. I don't want to do that. I don't want to die. Because I can destroy the transports and not die and finish and not waste waste an extra million in trip for no reason. Yeah, David, you only get this event if you're level 39. Level 39 and above. It's the Parabellum event is only available for level 39 plus. There you go. That's the event. Oh, I appreciate that, Mark. Yeah, I'm just usually... I'll take the slow and steady pace. I don't... Like, I could also use my Leslie. I've got Leslie. I could run Leslie and Moreau Kirk on my Enterprise and just bang into stuff and do that. But I just... You say raid Trit. I ain't got time to do that, Andy. I don't have time. I love raiding. I don't have time for it. So... I would rather just wait for something to come around than go through all that process. Because I'll just check it randomly. Whereas raiding, I'd have to be on top of it all the time. I need to go do some Latinum mining too. I'm out of Latinum. Let's see, what other questions that y'all have? We've been streaming about 2 hours, so throw in any remaining questions that you have. I'm gonna see if my food is almost ready real quick. Throw in questions and we'll jump into them right when I get back, which will probably be like, I don't know, 30 seconds or so. I won't be gone long. Chair stream. I have returned. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. Ursa and Bator, why are we talking about the Duras sisters? They're beautiful, but why are we talking about them? I love the Duras sisters. Hey, I see Mark's here. The known Armada bug, which shows the incorrect strength of ships, is the Q. I don't know if that's ever getting fixed, Ben. It's not even necessarily a bug. I wouldn't even call it a bug. It's because there's specific research that applies only to Armada, so until you're in the circle, it's never applying. Once you're there, it applies. So I don't even necessarily call that a bug as much as it is like lazy coding, I guess. But it's not a bug, it's just that those researchers aren't active until you're actually in an Armada. Is it only trial and error that players worked out if a hostile ship has certain types of weapons? Yep, basically. Yep. Now we can generally know that like explorers use energy weapons, interceptors use kinetic weapons, but for like the transports and stuff, yeah, that was all trial and error. Parabellum event, level 39 plus, David. Level 39 and above. There's my first kill. By the way, thank you, Mark, for clearing out some of these annoying heavies. Hopefully more regular transports will spawn. Now that I'm looking around, I don't see any. I got one. Oh, there's one. Yay! Oh, we gotta try to get to it first. Do you recommend moving Ops 30 for crystal efficiency research? Nope. Camp at 29, get what all done you need to get done, and then move up. So I would not stop camping at 29 just for efficiency research in like the 5th dock on, or the 5th spot on Armada. Oh God, Jason, I don't even know. Is that a good thing? Is that bad? Oh man, oh man, I want to blow up my buddy right now. Leave it alone. You got a big enough Sally. You should be hitting heavies. That's like a tier 7 ISS. Why are you hitting transports? Come on, man. He can one-shot a heavy with that daggum thing. Well, we've got one part done so far. I will be moving on in about a month. I'll go into the 40s. There's a few researches I've still got to do, and then I've got to finish upgrading my docks and a few buildings, but it'll be within 60 days. They work, David. Yeah, I haven't seen any bugs with it yet. What's a good envoy ship? Max. The answer for any ship that you want to scrap is max. There's not a, we'll get it to level 25. It's max. The Stella will go in increments because you can't really max it at the beginning, but the answer is always max. So if you want to scrap a D3, an envoy, you want to max it. Let's see if we can get one of these. Oh, there's one. There we go. If you only want rare tier 6 envoy, if you want the UC as well, there should be no reason for you to waste your time and not get the uncommons from the envoy. No, none at all. That, oh gosh, tough cow. That'll like give me a game aneurysm. That'd be so silly. It'd be so silly. All right. Shout out to Mark, who I think just came by and hit another one. Appreciate that, buddy. Oh yeah, there he is right there. Shout out to Mark. Where's his at? Yeah, 6.7. Look at him taking on heavies. That's what Asia should be doing instead of messing with the regular transports. And look at that. Got 2 of them in there. So I know he could get at least one. And dang it, he's going to get to that one first. We need a scimitar? That'd be pretty cool. I have a 9.3 jelly with max PMT and still only kill 6 heavies. That's a lot, Moose. Consider doing that once will basically finish your Parabellum. Unless you're just greedy. 2-star ships max and scrap. If you don't, you're hurting your gameplay. I agree, Drew. And you auto grind in augment space to help make sure that you get to the levels that you need. Auto grind. It is the way. It is the way. Use your auger with PMT and hit heavies. Yeah, you can. I just don't want to do that on Omicron. It's too much work. How you know the difference between a regular and a heavy? Well, one says heavy and one doesn't. See? Klingon transport. Heavy Klingon transport. They're labeled. As my very slow ISS jelly flies this way. Says it has the same speed as my auger, which is annoying. Why does my jelly have the same speed as my auger? Pew pew, pew pew. Sound effects not included. There we go. Let's see if another spawned. There we go. Yeah. Just raided one of our biggest raiding alliances. Now I need to hide. Just pop a shield. Don't need to hide. Stay right there in front of them. Just got a Frank A. Were there a special crew for Swarmadas? So if you've got Jayla, yes. If you don't have Jayla, then run some of your normal Swarmada or normal Armada crews. Love how it's slow, then speeds up when attacking animation. Yeah, it saves its impulse power for the very end. So it's very efficient. And I need, what, 2 more? 2 more, I think. What do you mean by auto grind? I mean I leave my ship in augment space for the bounty hunters to hit it, and I get experience while that's happening. So I just leave it out there and get it. Yeah, 5.6 Kang is a really good swarm model loadout. If you got Jayla 6 Kang is even better. But yeah, it depends on what you got. But 5.6 is a normal run. Bounty hunters are lazy. Yeah, I just sit at the border, like I said, at the rim of the system, and just let them hit. Auto grinding is why you've not locked fed. That's no reason to not lock, Johnny. Just auto grind with the augments. That's what I do. I'll leave them there overnight and get alive. So nothing about the exocomps. I mean, I listed all the exocomp stuff in a video, King. It's like 2 days ago. I put a whole video out, all the different things that are available with exocomps. All right, one more hit. One more hit. See if we can find one more transport. There we go. Awesome. Shout out to Mark for helping clear these out. Appreciate it, Mark. Johnny, that only happens in some systems. But yes, it does happen. It does happen. And it is annoying. You're 100% correct. Gosh, I can't wait to open these. Probably open these tomorrow night. Super excited. All right, come on. I got to finish my Parabellum so I can be done with this account today. And Q, I'm glad that you like the hat. Thank you. I've got 2 of them because one of them was so worn it got really ranky. So we ended up getting a second one. Can you auto-grind rep and border shards if you leave a ship in a 31 plus Klingon system? Technically you can, Sean. And there we go. Now my Latinum is up to almost 450,000. I'd lost some. It's good to get that back. And let's head on home with half of a ship left. Any Snom packs? So no. Well, I think a Snom could potentially happen in one of them. But so we've got 2 Chilling Rains, a Darkness Ablaze, and a Rebel Clash. 2 Chilling Rains, Darkness Ablaze, and a Rebel Clash. So the big Snom pack is Shining Fates. I had one laying on the floor. Shining Fates. That's the big Snom pack. Seeing Rev skin makes you jelly. I see what you did there. No, you cannot auto grind in rogue space. Only augment space, Doug. Would you recommend purchasing the elite battle pass this month? The elite one? I never buy the $100 one. I always buy the $20 one. But I've never bought the $100 battle pass. I mean, 20 Deanna Troy shards? Not for me. Not for me. But I do always buy the $20 one. Well, I don't always. I didn't last month or the month before. But I'll probably end up buying it this month. The only event I didn't like was the Armada event. Kept getting kicked out. Wish there was a way for more players to join the group. That's just something you got to work out with your own alliance, Bill. Just got to work out with your alliance. Because they have ways to let people in and not allow them in. So it's just something that y'all got to work out. Alrighty. We're going to recall this. I'm surprised nobody's come and hit it. Meridian's like 20-something thousand OPC. Recall this real quick. You never get kicked out of Armadas that you launch. This is true. But then you also got to be able to launch all those things. If you don't have the directives, well, then you're just kind of out of luck. Yeah, I managed to get my call in quick enough. We're going to send our auger. And let's see if I can do an Armada pull while we're sitting here. I can. Let's do a 10K rare pull. And I got 1 Enterprise shard, 1 D4, epic directives, and not much, honestly. Really disappointed with the amount of uncommons there. Now let's do a full uncommon pull. And we got only 6,000 officers. Ooh, this is awful. This is a terrible chest pull for the uncommons. That's a big yikes. That's a big yikes. Isabel, I mean, if you would have hit it, I wouldn't have had a problem. Wouldn't have had a problem. I'm not going to get mad at you. OPC is OPC. I don't get salty when I get hit OPC. I know some people out there do. There are some people who get really salty. I don't. It's my fault. I see it there. It's sitting. If it's OPC and he gets smacked, that's my fault. You are not to blame. I'm to blame. Hey, Corey, what's up? How you doing? Good evening, Corey. Hey, General Hashtag. How you doing, buddy? Oh, look at the Enterprise. It's a little baby. But this Enterprise. Oh, it's even more of a baby. Look at the little baby. Oh my God, Voyager. Mark, why somebody in our alliance running Spock on an Enterprise? A tier 5 Enterprise? Mark, you're a Commodore. You want to tell me what's up here? Now I gotta check the other Enterprise. What's Hero running? Oh, thank God. Hero's got something good. Thank God Hero's got something right. Thank God Hero's got something right. Voyager needs to be kicked from the Alliance. I mean, that's all there is to it. A level 35 has a stronger and better crewed out Enterprise than Voyager. Voyager's gotta get kicked. Voyager's out. Like, ban Voyager. Ban Voyager. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. You would think with the way missions coming out that more people would be able to get Spock off their Enterprise, but apparently not. Apparently not. All right, let's do some of these. Oh my goodness. You're gonna get me all hot and bothered at the end of the stream. Ridiculous. Mark says he's on it. It's like the guy's not even. It's not like it's a tier 1 or a tier 2 Enterprise. It's a tier 5. Like, there's not even an argument at tier 5. See? Spock! Look at that! Look at those rewards increase. We went from 560 up to 1265 for 8 hour. Heck yeah! Thank you, Spock. Look how useful you are. Look how useful you are. In away missions. Uh-oh, Hero's on it. If we were on Twitch, we could activate cursing mode. John, Twitch would have many options to go after this man right now. I'm telling you. Y'all, if you're not signed up on Twitch, please come hang out with us tomorrow night. I plan on being live. You're probably going to have an amazing time. It is awesome. Uh-oh, Tavi's here. What's Tavi doing? Oh, look. This one's kind of sketch because there's no Kirk, but it's way better. This is actually a generic, good Armada crew. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. Well, we got Fitterlick. What's Fitterlick got? Son of a... Mark, here's another one. It's tier 4 Enterprise with Spock. It's another one. 2 at the same Armada. Oh man, I've been here less than 24 hours and I'm already going crazy. It's not my lines, Ben. I just joined them yesterday. I kind of wish I was on Twitch right now. I do. Yeah, Mark. 2 of them at the same Armada. I'm scared to go to our other Armadas. I'm scared to go to our other Armadas. Okay, if I'm not this is just my Enterprise in dock. I'm not at the Armada. My Augur is heading to the Armada right now with Riker, Six, and Khan. That's just my Enterprise sitting at home right now. It's just my Enterprise chilling at home. I don't know, Mike. I don't know if they are. We could hope. Yeah, we should never been able to scan our own ships. Should never been able to scan our own ships. It's done nothing but bring chaos and frustration into the world. See, I don't mind the Kirk Spock Con on hashtags ISS Jelly. That's honestly fine. It's on a jelly. It's no big deal. Yeah, you're right, Derek. It could be Pipe Moro Chin, which would be worse here. It would be worse. Oh, well, let's see what Bones has got. Let's see what their crew is. Crew investigating. That's fine. What's what Moon's got? Moon's, what you running? It's a very common theme here. There we go. We'll live with the Kirk Spock cons, I guess, but the Spock on the Enterprise is inexcusable. It's inexcusable. I shame people in our Discord and say Rev made me do dealing with crews. There you go. What have you heard about the Armada crew, Riker, Beverly, Troy? Well, why would you run Troy as a secondary officer? Her best ability is as a captain. Whew. Yeah, me too, Jonathan. Me too. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Kirk Spock Con. It is the tried and true. It definitely works. It just gets annoying to see it all the time. But, anyway. We're there. We're there. So, here's what we're going to do. I gotta check something real quick. Make sure we have any donations I missed. We did not. Appreciate everybody who has donated to the channel. Greatly appreciated. You know, we need everything we can to feed these kids. They are super expensive. And they take no prisoners. They only take money. No prisoners, only money. Tomorrow night we'll be streaming on Twitch. It's going to be a fun time, especially with some of the new things that we added. Hopefully some hilarity will ensue. If you have not joined it, check it out. The link is in the chat as well as in the description. Join the Discord if you have not already. We're going to wrap up today's stream. We'll ask that, hey, if you want to support the channel, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. We're trying to raise money for the house fund to get my kids into something nicer than what I grew up in and what we currently live in. So greatly appreciate it. I will be live tomorrow and a video coming out tomorrow during the day. So content is the key. Also, check out the Observation on podcast for updates on all the nerdy things that we do and enjoy. And if y'all have any more questions, hit me up on the Facebook page or Discord, and I will answer them as quickly as I can. Y'all are amazing. Live long and prosper. Stay safe on the Space Cowboys. 2.5 hour stream. We went longer than we normally do. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. Y'all are amazing. Deuces. That's me. I'm that guy. Deuces.